Alright, today we're maxing out a Ferrari. Not just buying it, fully upgrading it. Engine, turbo, tires, everything. And then we're testing if it's actually worth your hard-earned cash. This thing's already pretty fast dog, but we're gonna take it to another level. 2019 Ferrari 366. And let's take it into the garage. First up, we're gonna take this from a single turbo to a quad turbo. 72,000, sure. Then we'll max out the brakes, track brakes, 12,000. Then we'll put some nitrous, 29,000 for 10 pounds. Then we'll switch the paint color, cause this color is nice, but it's stock, right? Let's put a green, bright green right here. Purchase. Wraps. We will put a metallic paint wrap, $10,000. Secondary 2. We will put a black on this. Wraps. We will put a clear coat. Now the final stats are pretty good. Here they are right here. Speed 218 miles an hour, power 29%, shift speed 0.1 seconds, weight 2,094 pounds. Alright, now we'll get a top speed test on this Ferrari. It's pretty hard to get a top speed test on this, so we're just gonna turn off traffic. Alright, there we go. Much easier to find the top speed on this thing. Okay. We recovered that pretty nicely though. Alright, this thing's picking up some pretty good speed. Alright. I don't think we're gonna get higher than 209 miles an hour. So I think that is the top speed. Now, let's actually put it on the real test. Can it handle cutting up in traffic? Alright, it's pretty decent. For 300,000, pretty good car. Quite slim as well, pretty good for cutting up. Oh, and I just realized, I think this thing's roof could go up. Ooh, that's actually pretty nice. Now let's go for another traffic light on the other side, because we have made it to the end. This thing is quite fast, nice to handle. I thought I saw that right as I crashed. The only thing about this is the turning. Yeah, that turning isn't the best. Alright, we'll cut up a bit. The handling's, it's nice, but the turning radius on this thing could definitely be improved. Let's try that at first person action. Yeah, that's quite nice. You know, this car, it can cut up quite nice, but it really just depends on the moments here. Like, as you can see, sometimes it's cutting up, sometimes it's crashing. Then again, you know, this car is only $300,000. And I'd say we only spent about $200,000 upgrading it, so that's quite good considering that we spent barely anything upgrading. Overall, like, let's just say $600,000. I think it was way less though. And as you can see, this car isn't really that lengthy, so it is pretty good for cutting up traffic. You know, like, we could easily cut up. Let's try cutting up 200 miles an hour here. Okay. Maybe the turn isn't exactly as good as I made it to be. But then again, like I said earlier many times, $300,000 car, I'd say it's most likely worth it for the price. Although you don't want a car going too fast and having bad handling. So I'd say it's pretty good overall right now. Let's try some night driving here, as we did just turn night. You know, even like the headlights here, they look pretty nice. I'd say we could cut up pretty nice in this thing. As long as we are actually paying attention to the road and not looking at my beautiful headlights. Yep, we just made it to the end again. So, you know, I think this car is good overall. Let's try cutting up one more time on the last run. Make it back to the dealership maybe. I hate it when cars get stuck like this in the game. Oh, and here's the dealership. Alright. Let me park the car right here. So, was it worth it? Honestly, yeah. It's fast, it looks clean, and with the right upgrades, it's actually controllable. But it's also pretty cheap, so I think it's pretty good. $300,000 base and about $200,000 of upgrading, and this car still looks pretty nice. If you want to see me max out more cars, maybe the Lambo or a crazy bike, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it.